Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's CNCF TAG Environmental Sustainability meeting. Today is Wednesday, the 2nd of October. My name is Leo. And looks like today is a bit of a shorter meeting. We don't have too many attendees. The meeting notes are in chat, so please add yourself to attendees list. And if you have anything you would like to discuss, feel free to add it to the agenda. We still have some room down here, I believe, at the end, open discussion items. All right, one note, this is a CNCF community meeting, so it falls under the CNCF Code of Conduct, which can be summarized to be just great to each other. Right. And with this, let's go to the first section. Welcome any new members or attendees. I see Mehmet. I believe you also joined last week's or 2 weeks ago. You've been away for quite some time. Now you joined again. Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I introduced myself last week, and I hope I am gonna contribute this community again.
Awesome. Great to have you back. I also see another one, B Wednesday. I don't know. If you would like to introduce yourself real quick, feel free. Otherwise, you can also write something in chat if you like. All right. And let's move on to the updates, recurring updates from the working groups, starting with working group comms. Claire, would you like to give a brief update?
Yes. Exciting changes. We have new leadership that are helping me out now. So we have Nancy as our new co-chair with me, and then Valeria is our technical lead. I've just raised the PR to add this details to the repo, which is really cool, really good. We've also had some discussions in the group about content generation. If you're interested in that, you can have a look at last week's meeting. I think nothing is decided, just things are coming. We're also moving away from Twitter/X because we're getting less good engagement. I think we'll investigate other platforms, but for now, the ones we're using are working for us. And then generally things are kind of ticking on for Sustainability Week and what was it, Kubernetes and Cloud Native Conference NA 2024. We also have upcoming, the key thing will be we're going to do some planning and roadmap work to just figure out what we actually want to do for the rest of the year. And then I guess we'll schedule in something for the new year as well, just start to get some planning ticking over. That's where we'll see information about content generation and how all the different leads are going to do different things and how they're going to help and how we can get more engagement and, planning on name swap and things like that. But generally, yeah, things are looking good for the working group comms. And
Right.
Valeria is in the call, so congratulations on your tech lead appointment.
Yeah, congratulations, Valeria and Nancy. That's very great. So I was not in the last comms meeting. Did you talk about the content generation topic in general regarding writing blogs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about how we can kind of lead the content generation as a different part of that kind of communications and advocacy stuff, and how we can fit that in. But yeah, more to come on planning that. Also, Nancy as well, congrats. I didn't see you on the call. My screen was too small. Apologies for that.
Yeah, I mean, that's okay. I just joined very late. Very late.
All right, sounds good. When are you planning to have the roadmap planning after the Cloud Native Sustainability Week in a week or two? Or
Yeah, I wanted to do it in next week's one, but then with the timing, we're gonna delay that slightly. So whenever I'm gonna just evaluate when things are slightly less hectic from Sustainability Week stuff, and then immediately as soon as we can after that.
All right, sounds good. Okay, since Nancy also joined, so I guess the big topic for this week and next week, and actually also last week and the week after that. So it's more like a cloud native sustainability month more this year than a week. But how are we looking on this side?
Yeah, I thank you, Leo. So it's going good. I mean, we have a lot of meetups. So that's the positive part. I'm sorry for the background noise. Just a second. Yeah, I'm so sorry. There's always the fire truck besides my house. Yeah, so the things are going really good. We have a lot of meetups happening. A lot of people came at the last moment. Milan, they are doing like 2 meetups. Like, oh, so Valeria is here. Like, one is in person. That was amazing. Thank you so much, Valeria, and other organizers. And also, I think we have online upcoming week. So we do have like a lot of meetups coming up. The only thing where I actually need help and I'm going to ask for is like I want to make sure that there are a few things which are tackled very nicely, like communication. Like we need to communicate to all organizers that we have some material, like some sort of surveys or maybe the images, the blog post or video recordings, so that we have something which is required for our feedback, and also like to motivate for the next year and letting people know that this is happening. So that is something where I need help, like communicating with the organizers. Also, the announcement blog post, I think Leo, I did discuss this with you. So that is something which we need to ship very early, like ASAP. So if somebody wants to contribute, please feel free to do so. There's a Google Doc. So we can like quickly wrap it up and at least mail the CNCF team. So those are like few things where I require help, like, and also the social media strategy. That is also something which is supposed to be there, that has not been communicated with CNCF team yet. So yeah, like 3 things, I guess, like the CNCF team and the social media strategy, the blog post, and also communicating with organizers about the survey or like blog post or video recordings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And about the virtual event next week?
Yeah,
Like,
that is also super important, like the virtual event. So Alessandro, we have managed to get the speakers. At the very last moment, Alessandro made this post, and I think it got a lot of traction. So we did get like 10 people, like we got like 10 CFPs, and the talks are good. We have speakers. Speakers have finalized. We have an agenda. I can share the link with you in the chat in some time. And we just need to update it. Unfortunately, we have less registrations till now, but Alessandro has mentioned that he will be talking about it more in in-person meetups. But we need help there as well. Like we need to talk about it over social media. We need to share it. I've shared with a lot of Slack groups today morning, but we need to do more in that front.
all right, sounds good. Okay. So what do you propose? Do we want to write something in the Cloud Native Sustainability chat about these 3, 4 topics, and perhaps ping people that are already engaged and ask if they would like to support?
Yes, I mean, I can do this. So I basically created this GitHub issue. Let me share, which I shared. So I think I would require like people to just assign that to themselves, because I won't be able to do everything. Like, we have like couple of things. Like, I want someone who can take the social media strategy thing specifically, who can make sure, because we have like Christina already shared a Canva link. If we see the TAG Environment Sustainability Week group, so all we just need to do is we need to communicate. We need to make sure that this is happening. All the tweets are getting out by CNCF folks. So that's there. I'm looking for the GitHub issue. just sharing in the chat itself. But yeah, I would require, like, I specifically need help with the social media strategy, with the communication. Pang is already helping us. Like, she's not there in the call yet because of the time zone thing, but she will be helping me with that. And announcement blog post, maybe I can quickly wrap it up, and Leo, maybe you can review it and we can quickly do this. But I really need help with the social media thing because it's too much.
All right,
Um,
sounds good. Yeah. So I think most of our like strategy last year was also just repost more or
Yeah.
less. So the CNCF does not need to think too much about like what they should post. They can just copy paste it from our posts for the most part. So whenever we post something, they can first of all repost or repost with some comments or something. There's a GitHub issue.
I've like created all the to-dos in this GitHub issue, but yeah.
All right, yeah. Maybe this could also be like a template for next year's event. Maybe something like this, or this could perhaps be like a baseline, and then we can add some more stuff.
Yeah.
So we are.
Yeah, I need to make changes to this GitHub issue. Like, at least survey feedback is done by Pang. She's already done that.
Yeah. Okay. That's great. Yeah. Yeah. Usually it's good to just scope it. So you are just responsible for one area, and then
Yeah.
it's less stressful for everybody, because you only need to worry about like one thing.
Yeah. I think, like, for now, the thing, social media strategy is something where I really need help. That's bothering me because I'm like kind of working on the online conference, the credit badges. Um, so I would require some help for the social media. But I think you suggested that we can just retweet things, we can repost.
I mean, we still need to think about like what we would like to post
Yeah.
each day, or do we want to post like multiple things a day?
Mm-hmm. Uh, Okay, maybe what I can do is, Leo, like, I can provide the information, like, at least, because like on which day what is coming up, and like kind of like a Excel sheet, like some table with all the dates. And then I can create a template, and then like someone can volunteer to basically change the dates on that template and basically post those things or schedule those tweets. So I can basically create a template, and I can create a sheet which has the dates for all the events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe also Julie or somebody else has a bit of time to think about
Yeah.
this. It's a bit less for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe, I mean, Alessandro's already thinking about the virtual event quite a bit. Maybe that's also something where you can reduce the load on you a bit.
Yeah. Alessandro also has a lot of load because I think he's doing the Amsterdam meetup. Like, same for
Yeah,
Julie.
sure.
She's also doing the Amsterdam meetup. So
All right. So maybe you can, did you already post the link to this issue somewhere?
yeah, I did post in the Tag Environment Sustainability Week. Let me do it again today, and I can specifically update the issue as well and mention that where I need the help. So it will be just better for people to understand.
All right. Yeah, sounds good. Okay, and maybe I mean, we are already like end of the week, more or less. But maybe on, yeah, end of tomorrow, you could also ping me or somebody regarding the status, and then we can see.
Yep.
We need to write a social media post for the tag and profile on LinkedIn. I can eventually look into that. Yeah, I think that's mostly what it's about, right? So so if we move away from X, we just post on LinkedIn, I think, right? So yeah. And then basically CNCF needs to be aware of the posts, and we kindly ask that they repost. Yeah. And I believe Christina also shared some templates that we created for last year's event.
Yes,
Which
let
could
me
be used for some sort, yeah.
yes, let me share that with you, Valeria. If you are, I mean, I see that you have posted about social media.
Valeria? Valeria, would you like to, you're raising your hand. Anything you would like to add?
Sorry, my headphones were muted. Can you hear me right now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so when Nancy was talking about social media, I was thinking about writing a post on the tag profile on LinkedIn. Do we already have an agenda for the virtual meeting? What do we? Yeah, my question is, do we want to write a post to give information about the virtual event, about timings and all that stuff, and or we have an agenda that we want to specify, and maybe I can also ask to Ludovica if she can use the graphics she created for our Milan meetup, and we can also use them for the graphics, and we can upload to the tag. I think I have all the information for the social media stuff. I think Christina shared them with me. I can look into that later, and maybe I can write and I can send it to you, Nancy and Claire, or anyone who wants to to an announcement. Yeah, I can look into that. I can help with it.
Yeah. That's amazing, Valeria. I think maybe I can give you some clarity on this. And I think I think you already have the Christina shared the Canva links and docs, and I mean, for the design works, I think you're well acquainted because you've done the meetup. So what I can do from my end is we basically need for two things. The one is the upcoming online. So no, not sorry. For the three things, the one is the basic general announcement, sustainability month and sustainability week is coming up, and we have so many countries who are participating, and so many states and so many people. We also have online, so it's like a basic general post. It's like creating the excitement and letting know people about this. The second one, which is we have the online conference at 8th October. So it is a bit urgent because we have less time left and we have less registrations till now. So we want to push it more, the maximum from our end. So that is 8th October. And the third one is, so basically this announcement post about the whole thing that, the sustainability week or month has started, and the virtual mini conference. I think both these things should go parallelly or maybe together. And the second thing is we want to basically schedule the tweets or something basically for all the meetups. I gave this idea to Leo today that maybe we can, have a we can have a poster in which we can say from this week to this week, or maybe from this date to this date, we have these many meetups. So we can do something like this. So yeah, so it is kind of divided into three parts, one, the basic general announcement, second, the virtual mini conference, and third, for all the meetups which are happening, just, tweeting them, resharing them, or maybe creating this basic template and sharing the schedule for the upcoming week.
Okay. I think that a good strategy would be creating the general announcement. Like I can do that later, and if I have all the accesses and all the information for the social media, post it like today,
Okay.
and then tomorrow post the all the information for the virtual meetup. And one important thing I think would be that everyone who has LinkedIn can share the posts. So we have more visibility. And yeah, last one is sharing the list of the meetups for the week.
Awesome. So, so you don't have access for the social media. I just wanted to confirm.
Let me check it.
Yeah, because maybe I can ask Christina to help us, or maybe Leo, you can help us with it for the social media access.
I remember I had access, so I think I can confirm it, but let me check it. Yeah, in the meantime, we can go on to the topics, and I can write to Nancy or in the Slack.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much, Valeria, for your support. All right. Let's go to working group green reviews. I don't see anybody from green reviews in the meeting, besides maybe the Pankar. I don't know if you're prepared to give any updates. Otherwise, I will ask Nikki and Antonio to give an update in the TAG Sustainability channel.
Yeah, Leo. I don't have any updates, but I can say that basically we were in the proposal 3 finalization steps, like merging a PR for the proposal number 3. And also implementation of proposal 2 was getting finalized, something like that.
Yeah, sounds good. Also a note here, finalizing implementation proposal 2. Proposal 3. So proposal 2 was about triggering the pipelines, right?
Yeah, for the Falco and all those. And for proposal 3, it was basically for what is that? Yeah, long-term storage.
Storage of the metrics that we
Mhm.
create. Yeah. Right. Sounds good. Is there so unblocking proposal 3? Are you aware of the discussion?
Okay, let me check.
Or is it like would be yeah.
Okay, let me check. Okay, I can see all the PRs are merged. Most probably then that proposal is done. So most probably the implementation is left now, or some iterations over the proposal is left. Yeah.
Right, and then evaluating whether we can use the CNCF database as long-term storage. Yeah.
For that, I guess Ross told that he will be checking out, or someone else was there in the previous meeting.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I remember from I think 2 meetings ago, there was this discussion about dev stats, and I wrote an email to one of the maintainers, but I don't think they replied. So maybe we need to reach out over some other channels. Perhaps they are no longer maintainers or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. And then congratulations to Flavia as new green reviews lead. All right, moving on to the projects. I believe there are no updates from Green Scraper, and I also don't see Christina in this meeting. We already talked about the cloud native sustainability project for quite a bit of time. And then the sustainability AI projects updates. I talked with Marlo yesterday or 2 days ago about this. I think everything looks kind of good. If you're interested in this topic, we are writing a white paper about AI and sustainability. And the plan is to publish this sometime before KubeCon. So within the next month or so, hopefully. There's still a couple of open discussions. So if you have any free time and are interested in this topic, feel free to take a look. Right. The APAC meeting. So I think the APAC meeting was scheduled for today. I haven't talked with Siam since then. I just know that the last APAC meeting 1 or 2 weeks ago we didn't have too many attendees. So maybe we need to think about what we can do to make the meeting a bit more interesting. Perhaps merging with another tag, something like that. All right. Then to the open discussion items. Right. So as probably most of you read in the CNCF Tag channel, Max is leaving as a chair. It's also 2 years after term. So basically his term as a chair is over, and we will propose a new chair within the next weeks. And then the next topic is the landscape document. So the landscape document is kind of a problem in a way, because we think in general it's like a very important project, but we do not see a lot of traction. And the landscape document needs consistent care to be updated and to be improved. It's more or less, so the state that we published the landscape document originally is, we knew this is like a short-term interim status and we need to refine it, but this refinement is not really happening. So we need to either pause the development and archive it in a way, so everybody is aware that this is like an archive project, which we can pick up in the future, or we continue with it, but sort of like the current status that we are now in for half a year or so, which is like between we are working on it and we are stopping and not so much is happening. It's maybe not so healthy. It's definitely not so healthy. So there is that. Siam had a couple of ideas, but he's not in the call today. So I guess we will think about it in the next meeting or over Slack. Right. And then maybe another topic, which I have not yet added to the open discussion items, goes a bit in the same direction as what Claire mentioned in the beginning real quick about roadmap planning. So the tag is with this month 2 years old. It's actually a bit older because we first were a working group and then turned into a tag. But it's kind of a milestone. And we have been talking like what could be the vision of the tag for the next year. And we identified a couple of things that can be improved, especially also around this meeting, increasing the value of this meeting. And that's definitely one of them. And also around the topic of content generation, because if you have more content, everything is a lot easier. It's easier to attract people. It's easier to have interesting discussions. It's easier to send some kind of message over LinkedIn. and so on and so forth. So reaching out to projects and telling the story of in terms of their project, what aspect is related to cloud-native sustainability, I think could be very valuable. And also reaching out to companies that have big clusters and asking them what they learned and what their point of view is, I think is also very interesting. So, but we talked about a couple of things, but yeah, we will see. I think the roadmap planning for working group comms is definitely very good. And yeah. Yes, 2 years. It's quite some time. It's crazy. Yeah, I think we did like a very good job in general. So if I think most of you joined along the way over the last two years, but like the beginning of founding the tag was very, very crazy. It was a lot of discussions, and we were not very clear on anything. So it was kind of difficult to even get like the charter together, which is, if you read the charter document right now, it's, I don't know, it reads very simple, but we worked on this. I think we had like over 70 meetings. It was crazy. And then we finally found the tag. And yeah, since then, I think it's going quite well. So the first couple of months was basically just figuring out what the CNCF is in terms of what is a tag and what are the people and how can you work with the CNCF and how would you like to host these meetings and so on and so forth. And then we iterated on this, started some projects and so on and so forth. Yeah. But we are not there yet, right? There's like, I think especially like having, as I said, like interesting discussions in this meeting. I think it's definitely one which can be improved, maybe going a bit away from the updates side of things, which can be maybe a bit boring. Maybe we can also move some things in just the Slack channel and, for example, just discuss an article that we would like to publish in a week or two, something like this, perhaps. Anyways, I will write like some kind of message this week, next week or so. All right. Are there any more topics anybody would like to discuss? We have still a bit of time. Otherwise, we can also end the meeting a bit earlier. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining. If you have like if you have a bit of time, feel free to check out the stuff Nancy and team is working on, Cloud-Native Sustainability Week topics. There are topics, more technical topics in the green review side of things. There's also the AI topic, which is also more technical. Yeah, thank you all for joining. Let's talk soon. I will stop the recording.